Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and once again I welcome you to my Ielts 29th June exam prediction video. I'm going to predict what may happen in Ielts test on 29th June, and you guys are already aware that it's a full test. Full test means academic and gender training together. So let me tell you, the overall difficulty level for academic candidates is comparatively milder than the test which was conducted on 22nd June. Of course, you can watch my review video on 22nd June Ielts exam as well. I would like to start with listening, and listening is same for academic and gender training. Then I'll talk about gender training separately, about reading and writing. Well, as far as listening is concerned, so guys, you need to prepare for one word only, multiple choice. Let me just tell you, one word only, multiple choice out of 3 select 1, out of 5 select 2, right? You should be prepared for map, for matching, for notes completion, these type of questions. These 5 questions are very important. In listening section 1, there is going to be a table completion question where you have to answer using one word only, I think so, but otherwise it can be no more than 2 words or 1 word and or a number, because in section 1 there is always the number. So this is listening section 1 and it's going to be very simple, to the point and easy to solve. Section 2, this time in section 2 there can be 3 type of questions, because I'm not sure about it. There can be 3 type of questions. The first thing is, in section 2 there can be a map, or there can be multiple choice, or there can be some questions which are about matching. So you need to prepare these 3 type of questions for section 2. There can be a map, there can be some multiple choice questions, and they are going to be very simple. Multiple choice is going to be very simple, and matching, okay? Along with that, there can be some completion questions as well. Section 3 is meant for multiple choice, okay? So you need to prepare yourselves very well. Multiple choice, out of 3 select 1, out of 5 select 2, and it is also possible that in section 3 there are some questions about matching. Some questions about multiple choice and some questions about matching. So these 2 questions can be there. Now, as far as section 4 is concerned, I mean, before a couple of months ago, in section 4, they were always giving the questions like sentence completion with 1 word only. I doubt it's going to be the same this time. I mean, I don't doubt it. I'm sure it's going to be the same this time as well. But along with that, there can be some multiple choice, and let me tell you guys honestly, in listening, overall it will be fine, but there can be some parts, or there can be one type of questions that can be a little tricky or a little difficult to understand, but on the whole, listening is going to be very smooth as a good road, okay? So don't worry about that, because it is eventually, because it is academic and gender training together. Now, let's talk about reading. In academic reading, section 1, there are going to be passages. I mean, you already know they are science, technology, nobody can predict about the exact passages, but the question type, that can be sentence completion in section 1, right? Number 1, sentence completion. Number 2, there can be after sentence completion, we can have true, false, not given in section 1, or yes, no, not given, right? So you need to prepare for sentence completion, true, false, not given, right? These type of questions, and then we might have something like that's what we call multiple choice, because in reading there's going to be multiple choice as well. Section 1 is going to be fine. There will not be any problem if you are very well prepared. If in practice tests you guys are already scoring 27, 28, 29, then the good news is reading, academic reading will not trouble you. But if you are the one who is scoring 18, 17 or 15 correct answers in the practice test, then this reading is going to be very difficult, because those who score 28, 29 correct answers, they are at a good level. and those who score 15, 16 correct answers, they are at a lower level. So for them it's going to be difficult, but for those who are getting 28, 29 correct answers, for them it's going to be fine. It's not going to be spooky or smoky, right? Overall, the important question types, they are true, false, not given, yes, no, not given, completion type of questions. Then we have multiple choice, list of headings. These questions are extremely important, list of heading, especially for section 2 or section 3. So these 5 types are extremely important. Pay some special attention. Then there can be matching questions as well, because you know there are around 7 to 8 type of questions in each test. Now this is about academic reading. Let's move on to general training reading. General training IELTS candidates, good news for you. Section 1 and section 2, they are going to be very simple, and in most of the cases questions and answers, they are going to be in the same order, right? In section 1 there can be true, false, not given, or there can be sentence completion, right? And then in section 1 actually the questions are going to be very simple. Questions and passage, they will have the same order. You can easily read the passage and find the answer of question number 1 in the first paragraph, question number 2 in the next paragraph, and all that, right? So section 1 is going to be very simple, and section 2 will also be very simple. But section 3, reading, what I believe this time it's going to be a little difficult. Why? Because in section 3 usually there are the long passages based on different things, right? So it is going to be a little tricky, and remember, you should manage your time. That's why I always advise my students for general training, try to get rid of section 1 and section 2 in just half hour, like 10 minutes for section 1 and around 20 minutes or maybe 15 minutes for section 1, 15 minutes for section 2. But for section 3 you need to give more time. And remember, in section 3 there can be list of headings, there can be summary completion, there can be true, false, not given, there can be completion question. And in any section, whenever there is a completion question, always start that section from completion 1. Everything will be fine. So those who are looking at 8777, they need to pay some special attention and prepare yourselves very well. Section 3 is going to be a little lengthy, but still I'm not saying it's going to be difficult. I just said it's going to be lengthy and the question types can be confusing, but if you are prepared with list of headings, if you're well aware of list of headings, then multiple choice and then sentence completion, then it will not be a problem. And another type of questions, that is matching the names of scientists and all that. So if you're prepared about that, then there is no problem. Now let's go on. We talk about writing, academic writing. In academic writing, section 1, actually it is unpredictable now. But again, I can say you guys just need to focus bar charts. Right? I mean, there are 2 types, as I already mentioned many times. One is graphs with a trend and one is a comparative graph. So I think it can be a comparative graph or it can be a graph with a trend. And by the way, when I say comparative graph or a graph with a trend, all the graphs come in that list. Line graph, bar charts, pie charts, flow charts, they all come in the same category. Otherwise, you need to take a look at 2 things. One is maps, and the other one is diagrams, a process diagram. So maps, process diagrams, there are 4 things only. You can just take a look, because I'm not sure and nobody ever told me what is going to happen, but I think it can be somewhere like maps, diagram, otherwise it can be the bar charts. Okay, it's understood. As far as essay is concerned, I mean, a couple of months ago they used to give opinion essay, discussion essay, opinion essay, discussion essay. Then in one test they gave problem and solution essay. This time I've got a feeling that it's going to be a sort of opinion essay. Now what do I mean by sort of opinion essay? When I say sort of opinion essay, it can be, do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? That is opinion essay. Is it a positive or a negative development? That is an opinion essay. How far do you agree or disagree with the statement? That is an opinion essay. To what extent do you agree or disagree with the statement? That is an opinion essay. So I believe there are chances that this time it's going to be an opinion essay, or otherwise it can be a discussion. But please do not just trust this prediction. This prediction is a sort of a guideline that you need to focus these things. You need to pay a little more attention. Otherwise, it can be advantages, disadvantages, problem solution essay, or even a double question essay. My videos are available on essay writing as well. You can just see them. Okay, so that is about writing, and this is, by the way, same for academic and general training. Essay writing is same. For general training, writing task 1, it's going to be letter. Okay, everybody knows that. Okay, so that letter, I mean, there are two types of letters. One is formal, one is informal. So you need to be prepared for both, but I think this time it's going to be informal letter, because last time there was formal letter, even before that there was formal letter, so maybe it can be an informal letter. But anyways, whether it is formal or informal, the most important thing is the language that you use in the letter. If it is formal letter, you must use formal English in the letter. If it is informal, you must use informal English, otherwise you will be getting low bench score. You should know how to start the letter, how to finish the letter, and all that. Okay guys, so believe me, I wish you all the best. And once again, if whatever I have said to you, if this does not come in the exam, I apologize in advance, but I believe just because of my experience and my observation and my reviews about I make review videos as well, so from those things I learned that these type of things may happen and this may come in IELTS test. I wish you all the best. You must watch my motivational video with the title of Breaking News one day before your actual IELTS test. This test is on 29th June, so you must watch my motivational video on 28th June, and I will also try to upload one listening test on 28th June. You can take that test also, that may help you, and I will try to upload a speaking test also that will help you with your 29th June exam. I wish you all the best wholeheartedly. I wish you all the best. May you get your magic band if you're looking for that, 8777. If you're looking for 7 each, may you get 7 each. If you're looking for 6 at least in all the modules, may you get that. May you get your desired band, and I wish you all the best. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I run another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. You can subscribe to that as well. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best with your 29th June IELTS test. May this test bring prosperity, happiness, success, and everything whatever you desire. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.